Hallstatt. It is known as the Old Town, and has been named the most beautiful town in Austria. With a population of 778, Hallstatt is located on the western shore of Lake Hallstatt and covers an area of just over 855 square kilometers. The town boasts a neat row of traditional houses along the lake with bright colors that look stunning. The houses in Hallstatt are made of wood and stone and are neatly arranged along the streets. This reflects a deep history and evokes an enchanting aura of the past. Hallstatt is a living museum that encapsulates cultural heritage and local wisdom that has transcended time. Hallstatt is a place where time seems to stand still, providing a sense of peace and breathtaking beauty. The city attracts over 1 million tourists each year who come to enjoy its beauty and rich history. In addition, Hallstatt is said to be the inspiration for a famous Disney movie. As a remote village, access to Hallstatt is limited. Access to Hallstatt has changed over time due to its remote location in the mountains. The history of transportation has played an important role in the development of access to Hallstatt. Before modern highways, access was limited and relied on water transportation. Lake Hallstatt, located next to the town, became an important transportation route for the exchange of goods and travel between villages. In the 19th century, travel to Hallstatt was only possible by boat or narrow roads. However, with the development of technology and transportation infrastructure, access to the city has improved. Hallstatt now has paved roads, making it easier to get around by car or bus. Despite the narrow and winding highway in the mountainous terrain, the drive is still comfortable. The history of salt mining in Hallstatt is unique worldwide. People were mining for salt here during the Neolithic Age, which was almost 7,000 years ago. Mining was important during this time. Salt was highly valued for its economic, spiritual, and ceremonial purposes. It was used as a food preservative and currency. Hallstatt salt provided both sustenance and wealth to the population. Mining exploitation was crucial for economic and urban development. This product played a significant role in European trade, expanding trade networks and cultural contacts. Hallstatt is a beautiful city with a rich history of salt mining, which continues to this day. In addition to mining and tourism, the local community is also involved in trade and agriculture. Some residents still engage in agricultural activities, such as vegetable and fruit farming. While tourism is a significant part of the city's economy, agriculture remains an important sector as well. The tourism industry is vital to the local economy, with many residents working in hotels, restaurants, souvenir shops, and other tourist services. Despite the constant influx of visitors, Hallstatt's residents maintain a traditional lifestyle, evident in the city's architecture. The Bone House in St. Michael's Chapel is a fascinating tourist site in Hallstatt. It is located next to the Catholic parish church and dates back to the 12th century. The unusual collection of over 600 artistically painted skulls is a major attraction for visitors from around the world. The tradition of skull painting has persisted in Hallstatt to this day, where the largest collection of skulls in existence can be found, along with a few other collections. Some skulls were decorated as recently as the 20th century. In the eastern Alpine region, including the Austrian Viertel, Upper Austria, Salzburg, Tyrol, and Bavaria, skulls were decorated during the 18th and 19th centuries. When a grave was reused for a new burial, the skull or bones were moved to the charnel house or ossuary as part of a second funeral. Decorative paintings and inscriptions were used to preserve the identity of the deceased family member. The skulls were labeled with names or initials based on family relationship or the artist's choice. Sometimes, the deceased were not identified with any markings. The painting methods used varied, but there is evidence of a particular style that developed over time. A study conducted from 1974 to 1993 revealed misconceptions about the painting's artistic development. The skulls were placed in the charnel house due to a lack of space in the churchyard. Earlier investigations from 1948 to 1950 documented 2,104 skulls, both painted and unpainted. The charnel house contains only a small fraction of the deceased population, despite there being around 30,000 entries in the church death registry before 1900. The 16th century alliance between Austria and Bohemia, but the region became dominated by Lutherans. The Catholic Counter-Reformation resulted in the displacement of more than 700 Lutherans to Transylvania, but religious toleration became a reality in 1781. Tourism in the Salzkammergut began to develop around 1800, with the construction of the railway making the area more accessible. Since then, the Dockstein-Salzkammergut area, located between the Wolfgang See, Trön See, Eben See, and Hallstatter See lakes, has become a popular tourist destination, recognized internationally with the World Cultural Heritage nomination by UNESCO.